Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to hear me loud and clear. The fire inside of you, the love you've got buried deep down, it's not just a feeling. It's not just something you sit back and wait for to happen. It's a force, a power, a driving engine that can change the world if you decide to turn it on. Let me tell you something. Passion is the key to everything. Passion fuels the dream. Passion powers the work. Without passion, you are just moving through life like a machine. But when you ignite that love, when you set that fire inside your heart ablaze, that's when the magic happens. That's when you start to walk in purpose. That's when you start to live with vision. So what's holding you back? What's stopping you from lighting that flame? What are you waiting for? I need you to get real with yourself right now. Are you waiting for permission, for the perfect moment, for the right circumstances? Let me tell you something. The perfect moment will never come. The circumstances will never align in your favor unless you take action. You got to choose now to tap into that love that's been sitting dormant, waiting for you to wake it up. When you love what you do, when you're passionate about your purpose, nothing will stand in your way. Not the doubts, not the struggles, not the challenges. You'll burn through every obstacle because your fire is bigger than anything the world can throw at you. But here's the truth. Too many people are walking around like zombies, half alive, half asleep. They're going through the motions. They've forgotten how to love. They've forgotten how to dream. They've forgotten how to fight for what they believe in. And you're sitting here hearing this thinking, that's not me. I have that fire. Good. Now let me ask you, are you ready to unleash it? Are you ready to step into your power? Because here's the reality. It's not enough to have that fire inside. You've got to burn with purpose. You've got to fuel that passion with action. It's not about hoping it works. It's about knowing that you are capable, that you are deserving, and that you are on a mission. You've got to love the grind, love the hustle, love the process. It's a love affair with success. So what does it look like to ignite that passion? What does it look like to let that love consume you? It's not sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It's waking up every single day and making the decision to go after what you want. It's facing the fear, the obstacles, the unknown, and saying, I'm not backing down. Listen, you've got one life, one shot. You don't have time to waste. You don't have time to let fear hold you back. You've got to go after it with love, with passion, and with every ounce of energy you've got. You've got to put your whole heart into it, because when you do, nothing will stop you. Ignite that fire, wake up that passion, let it fuel everything you do. Because when you love what you do, when you're passionate about your mission, the world won't be able to ignore you. It's your time, it's your moment. Now go out there and light the world on fire. Passion is the fuel for your dreams. It's not just a nice feeling or a vague concept. It is the driving force behind every success, every breakthrough, and every moment of greatness. And without passion, you're walking through life on autopilot, just going through the motions. Passion is what gives you purpose. It's what gets you out of bed when you don't feel like getting up. It's what keeps you going when the road gets tough and the nights are long. Passion doesn't just push you forward. It pulls you toward your goals, your dreams, and your highest potential. When you have passion, you stop looking at obstacles as things to avoid. You start seeing them as opportunities to grow, to test your strength, to learn something new. Passion is the lens through which you view the world. It transforms every challenge into a stepping stone, every setback into a lesson. Without it, every difficulty is just a roadblock. But with passion, the roadblocks become the fuel that keeps your engine running. It's a mindset shift, a reprogramming of how you think about struggle. You no longer fear it, you embrace it, because you know that struggle doesn't last forever, but the strength and growth it provides are invaluable. People often talk about the grind as though it's something negative, something to be avoided. But when you're passionate about something, the grind becomes part of the journey, part of the experience. The hours spent working towards your dream no longer feel like a sacrifice. They feel like a privilege. You're not counting down the minutes until you're done. Instead, you're fully immersed in the work, knowing that each step brings you closer to what you're after. Passion makes the work meaningful. It transforms the mundane into something that matters. You stop looking for shortcuts and start valuing the process. Every small action, every detail, every decision is driven by love for what you're doing. Passion is contagious. When you live your life with passion, it has a ripple effect. People see your energy, your drive, your enthusiasm, and they are drawn to it. They want to be a part of what you're building, a part of your mission. It inspires them to tap into their own passions, their own potential. Passion is magnetic. It attracts opportunities, connections, and people who share your vision. Without passion, you're just another face in the crowd. But when you radiate passion, you stand out. You become someone others want to follow, learn from, and work with. Your passion is what makes you unforgettable. But passion isn't just about what you do. It's about how you do it. It's about bringing heart and soul into every single thing you put your hands on. When you're passionate, you're not just putting in the work, you're pouring yourself into it. You're showing up with energy, commitment, and authenticity. People can feel that. They can see the difference between someone who is doing something because they have to and someone who is doing it because they love it. Passion infuses everything you touch with a sense of purpose, and that energy can't help but shine through. It's like a beacon that attracts the right people, the right situations, and the right results. Passion is also the antidote to burnout. You've heard it before. Burnout happens when you're working on things that don't light you up, things that drain you, things that don't align with your true self. But when you're passionate about what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like an obligation. Yes, you'll get tired. Yes, you'll face moments of frustration, but passion makes those moments worth it. It gives you the strength to push through when the journey gets tough. When you love what you're doing, you can't imagine stopping. The energy it gives you is endless. You become more resilient, more focused, and more determined. Passion is what keeps you coming back for more, even when the going gets hard. What happens when you don't have passion? You start to drift. You start to lose sight of your goals. The days begin to blur together. You begin to doubt yourself, question your purpose, and wonder why you're even putting in the effort. When passion is missing, motivation wanes. The spark goes out. The fire that once fueled you fades to a dull ember, and you find yourself stuck in a cycle of complacency. Life becomes about surviving instead of thriving. Passion is the difference between living and merely existing. It's the difference between going through the motions and waking up every day with purpose, with fire, and with the sense of direction. But here's the thing. Passion isn't something you find overnight. It's something you cultivate, something you build over time. It comes from within, but it also grows as you take action. The more you pursue what you love, the more you learn about yourself, the more clarity you gain about what truly excites you. And that's okay. The journey to finding your passion isn't always straight or easy. But the more you experiment, the more you grow, the more you realize that passion isn't just a feeling, it's a commitment to yourself, to your dreams, and to the work that will get you there. Passion is also about alignment. When you're doing something that aligns with your deepest values, your passions, and your purpose, everything clicks. Passion isn't just about doing what's easy or what's expected. It's about doing what's true to you, even if it means taking risks, stepping outside of your comfort zone, and going after something that feels bigger than yourself. At its core, passion is about love. It's about loving what you do, loving who you're becoming, and loving the process of growth and transformation. It's a love that fuels your ambition, keeps you motivated when things get tough, and inspires you to be the best version of yourself. When you love something deeply, you'll do whatever it takes to make it happen. You won't quit, you won't give up. Because passion isn't something you choose once, it's something you choose every single day. And the more you choose it, the more it grows. Love your purpose, and the obstacles will become fuel for growth. This isn't just a mantra to repeat or a slogan to throw around. This is the truth that separates those who live in mediocrity from those who truly thrive. Purpose is the reason you wake up every morning. It's the vision that drives you forward when everything else seems to be falling apart. But it's not enough to just have it. You have to love it. You have to believe in it so deeply that nothing can shake you from your commitment to it. When you love your purpose, you don't shy away from challenges. You don't see obstacles as setbacks or roadblocks that stop you in your tracks. Instead, you see them for what they really are, opportunities to grow. Every difficulty, every challenge, every moment of doubt becomes fuel for your fire, pushing you further, forcing you to become better, to evolve, and to become stronger. If you truly love your purpose, you know that obstacles aren't meant to defeat you. They are part of the process. They are the things that test your resolve, strengthen your character, and refine your vision. They shape you into someone who can not only dream big, but execute big. The journey to your purpose is never linear. It's never a straight path where every step feels easy or every day feels like a win. There will be moments where you doubt yourself, you'll face rejection, you'll experience failures that make you question whether the pursuit is worth it. But here's the thing, when you love your purpose, when you're deeply connected to the reason behind everything you're doing, these obstacles become stepping stones. The challenges are no longer seen as setbacks, they're seen as necessary elements of your growth. The difficult moments aren't hindrances, they're lessons in disguise, teaching you what you need to learn to take your mission to the next level. You see, it's easy to love something when everything is going smoothly, when the road is clear and the winds are at your back. It's easy to say you're passionate about your purpose. But true passion, true love for what you're doing shows itself when things get tough, when the winds shift, when the storms come, and when the world starts telling you to give up. That's when your love for your purpose will carry you through. It's that deep connection to your why, the reason you started in the first place, that will get you to keep moving forward when it feels like the world is against you. Loving your purpose means accepting the hard times, the failures, the moments of struggle as part of the journey. It's understanding that growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. You can't get to where you want to go by playing it safe, by avoiding the challenges, or by taking the easy way out. The only way to grow is to face adversity head on and allow it to shape you. The stronger you get in the face of difficulty, the closer you get to your purpose. You build resilience, wisdom, and clarity. And each obstacle teaches you something new about yourself and about the world around you. But it's not just about enduring, it's about embracing the struggle. It's about looking at each challenge as an invitation to become better, to refine your skills, to learn more, and to push beyond what you thought was possible. When you love your purpose, you begin to see obstacles as opportunities to test your limits. The tougher the challenge, the more excited you should be. It's like a warrior who knows that every battle fought only brings them closer to mastery. Each struggle is another opportunity to level up. Loving your purpose means committing to the journey, no matter how difficult it gets. It means accepting the fact that success doesn't come overnight. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and you need the endurance to stay in the race when it seems like it would be easier to quit. People who don't love their purpose will give up when things get hard. They'll throw in the towel when the path is unclear, when the obstacles seem too great. But those who truly love their purpose, the ones who have that unshakable belief in why they're doing what they're doing, will push through. They will persevere because their love for their mission is bigger than any obstacle that comes their way. Their passion fuels their resilience, and that resilience is what turns failures into lessons and setbacks into comebacks. You can't just have a purpose, you have to love it. That love is what will give you the strength to keep going when no one else believes in you. That love will allow you to see the beauty in every part of the journey, the good, the bad, and the ugly. When you love your purpose, you're not just focused on the outcome. You're focused on the process, on the growth that comes with each step, and on the person you become along the way. And when you love the process, it's easy to keep going, even when the rewards aren't immediately visible. Because you're not doing it for instant gratification. You're doing it because you know that every ounce of effort, every challenge you face is taking you one step closer to fulfilling your mission. Obstacles will always be a part of the journey. No one gets to their purpose without facing difficulties along the way. But loving your purpose gives you the perspective you need to turn those obstacles into opportunities. It gives you the strength to push through when you want to quit, the focus to keep moving forward when the distractions are endless, and the wisdom to see. When you love your purpose, you can take a step back and look at every obstacle with gratitude. You'll start to see how each challenge is strengthening you, how each failure is preparing you for the next level of your journey. Instead of getting frustrated, you'll get curious. Instead of feeling defeated, you'll feel determined. Every challenge you face is a part of your growth, a necessary part of the process. You start to see obstacles as teachers, showing you exactly what you need to learn to keep moving forward. The people who succeed are not necessarily the ones with the most talent or the easiest path. They are the ones who love their purpose so deeply that they refuse to give up no matter how many obstacles stand in their way. They understand that growth requires struggle, and they embrace it. They understand that the path to greatness is paved with challenges, and they face each one with a mindset that says, this is not here to break me, it's here to make me. Loving your purpose turns every obstacle into an opportunity. It transforms setbacks into comebacks and turns every moment of struggle into a moment of growth. And that love will carry you through to success, even when the world is telling you to quit. You don't need perfect conditions to start. Take action now. Too many people wait for everything to be aligned, for the stars to be in the right place before they take that first step. They wait for the perfect time, the right moment, the ideal set of circumstances to fall into place. And by the time they feel ready, months, sometimes years have passed, and they've made no progress. Perfection is a myth. If you're waiting for everything to be ideal before you begin, you will be waiting forever. The truth is, the best time to start is right now. We live in a world that conditions us to overthink, to doubt ourselves, and to second guess our every move. We're constantly searching for guarantees, for assurances that the path we're about to take will lead to success. But the truth is, no one has those guarantees. No one knows for sure what will happen tomorrow or where the journey will lead. But what we do know is that without action, nothing will change. You can dream all day long. You can make endless plans and create perfect strategies. But if you don't take action, those dreams will remain nothing more than fantasies. Action is the only thing that brings your vision to life. It's the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. You don't need all the answers. You don't need to know exactly how it's all going to play out. All you need is the courage to take that first step. And once you take that step, the next one will reveal itself. Progress comes from moving, not from sitting still. The moment you begin to move is the moment you begin to gain momentum. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Procrastination is a dream killer. It convinces you that you need to be more prepared, more equipped, more knowledgeable, but that's not true. The reality is you will never feel fully prepared. You will never feel 100% ready, but that doesn't matter. What matters is taking the first step. Action is what forces you to learn, forces you to adapt, and forces you to grow. People often underestimate the power of taking action. They think it's about making a grand sweeping move, but it's not. It's about starting with something small, something manageable, and then building from there. It's about making the decision to begin, even when the path is unclear. Starting imperfectly is better than never starting at all. So what if things don't go exactly as planned? So what if you stumble along the way? The important thing is that you started, and by starting, you've already won half the battle. Every journey begins with that first step, and every goal is achieved by consistently taking action day after day, step by step. What most people fail to realize is that waiting for the perfect conditions is actually a form of fear. Fear of failure. Fear of making the wrong choice, fear of stepping into the unknown. But here's the thing about fear, it's never going to go away. Fear's always going to be there, lurking in the background, whispering that you're not good enough or that you're not ready. But the only way to conquer that fear is to take action anyway. You don't need to eliminate the fear, you just need to act despite it. The more you push through fear, the less power it has over you. And as you continue to take action, the fear becomes smaller and smaller until it fades into the background. But the only way to break the cycle of fear is to start moving. Waiting for the perfect time is also a form of self-sabotage. It's a way of tricking yourself into believing that things have to be perfect before you can move forward. But life doesn't work that way. Life is messy, unpredictable, and full of uncertainty. You can't wait for everything to be aligned because that moment will never come. The only certainty in life is that there will always be something standing in your way, some obstacle, some reason why now isn't the right time. But the right time is now. It's always now. The key is to embrace the chaos, to take action despite the uncertainty. There's no perfect time to take a leap of faith. But if you wait for it, you'll find that you've missed countless opportunities. And worse, you'll miss the chance to learn and grow in the process. Every successful person you admire started with imperfect conditions. They didn't wait for the perfect plan. They didn't wait for everything to fall into place. They started where they were with what they had, and they kept moving forward. That's how you learn. That's how you grow, by taking action, by making mistakes, and by course correcting as you go. The key is to not let perfectionism paralyze you. Don't let the idea of making the perfect move prevent you from making any move at all. The perfect conditions you're waiting for, they're never going to arrive. The only thing that will is the momentum you create by acting. Moreover, when you take action, you begin to build confidence. The more you act, the more you realize that you can handle whatever comes your way. You begin to trust yourself more. You begin to believe that you can figure things out. The fear of making mistakes starts to fade because you realize that mistakes are just part of the process. They're not something to fear. They're something to embrace, because each mistake brings you closer to your goal. The more you act, the more you learn, and the more confident you become. Waiting for perfect conditions also keeps you stuck in the comfort zone. It keeps you from stretching, from growing, from experiencing new things. It's easy to stay in your comfort zone. It's easy to put things off. But growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, when you take risks, and when you step into the unknown. Action forces you to leave the comfort zone. It forces you to grow. It forces you to become someone who can handle the challenges that come your way. The more you act, the more you push yourself outside of that zone, and the more you grow as a result. The only way to truly move forward is to stop waiting for the perfect time and start now. Take the first step, however small it may seem. The rest of the path will reveal itself as you go. You don't need all the answers, and you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take action. And with that action, everything else will fall into place. Fear and doubt are real, but your fire is stronger. Fear is a natural human response. It's designed to protect you, to keep you safe from perceived threats, to ensure that you avoid danger. But here's the thing about fear. It's often overestimated. The things we fear are rarely as dangerous or as insurmountable as they appear in our minds. In fact, most of the time, fear is just a shadow. It's a figment of your imagination that paralyzes you, that keeps you from stepping into the very life you want to live. Fear tells you that you're not ready, that you'll fail, that the risk is too great. And doubt? Doubt is the voice in your head that tells you that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, that others are more qualified, more skilled, more deserving than you. Fear and doubt work together to keep you small, to hold you back from reaching your full potential. But what if I told you that the power to overcome both of them lies within you? What if I told you that your fire, the passion, the determination, the strength you carry inside is stronger than any fear or doubt that will ever come your way? The truth is, fear and doubt are not invincible. They are not all-powerful. They don't have the final say unless you allow them to. Fear only wins if you let it stop you. Doubt only holds power if you choose to believe it. You are the one who decides whether fear and doubt control your actions or whether your fire, your inner strength, your belief in yourself leads the way. And the good news is, your fire is always stronger than fear. It might not feel like it in the moment. When you're standing on the edge of something new, something unknown, and your heart is racing, your palms are sweating, and your mind is full of what ifs, it's easy to think that fear has the upper hand. But here's the truth. Your fire is always ready to burn brighter than your fear. It's there inside you, waiting for you to call on it. And when you do, it will consume everything in its path, the fear, the doubt, the insecurities, and it will carry you forward beyond anything you ever thought possible. The key is not to eliminate fear, but to acknowledge it, to feel it, and to move forward anyway. Every person who has ever achieved anything great has had to face fear. They've had to push through it, to keep going despite it, and to not let it hold them back. Fear doesn't disappear just because you want it to. It's always going to be there, lurking in the background, trying to convince you that you're not enough. But the more you face it, the less power it has over you. Fear is only as strong as you allow it to be. And when you push through it, when you act in spite of it, you take away its power. You remind yourself that fear is not a reflection of your ability. It's simply a signal that you are stepping outside your comfort zone, that you are growing, that you are pushing yourself to do something extraordinary. Doubt, too, is a natural part of the journey. No one who has ever succeeded did so without doubting themselves at some point. Doubt is a normal human response to uncertainty. When you take risks, when you challenge yourself, when you step into the unknown, doubt creeps in. It whispers, are you sure this is the right move? What if you fail? What if it's too hard? What if you're not good enough? But here's the thing. Doubt is just a feeling. It's not a fact. And just like fear is something you can overcome, the moment you recognize doubt for what it is, an obstacle to your progress rather than the truth about your abilities, you disarm it. You start to realize that the more you push forward, the more you prove doubt wrong. Every step you take in the direction of your dreams, every time you move beyond the comfort zone, you begin to silence doubt. The more you act, the more you grow in confidence. The more you push through the fear and doubt, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you are strong, and that you can handle whatever comes your way. Your fire is your passion, your purpose, your determination, your belief in yourself, and your ability to rise above challenges. It's the relentless drive that propels you forward even when everything inside of you is telling you to stop. When you love what you do, when you're aligned with your purpose, when you believe in the vision you're chasing, that fire becomes unstoppable. It burns through every doubt, every fear, every obstacle that tries to block your way. And you'll discover something incredible. Fear and doubt lose their grip the more you move forward, the more you act, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable, that you can handle whatever comes your way. What most people don't understand is that fear and doubt are actually good signs. They mean you're on the edge of something great. They mean that you are challenging yourself, that you're pushing beyond your limits, that you're about to grow into a new version of yourself. Fear doesn't appear when you're playing it safe. It appears when you're about to do something meaningful. It's a signal that you're on the right path, that you're stretching yourself, and that you're about to experience growth like never before. When you face fear, you face growth. When you confront doubt, you face the opportunity to step into your power. And that's where your fire comes in. It's the fire that allows you to walk through that fear and doubt with your head held high. It's the fire that keeps you moving forward when everything inside you is telling you to quit. It's the fire that reminds you that you are stronger than any challenge, that you are more capable than any obstacle. The more you step into that fire, the more you realize that you're not afraid of fear anymore. You're not afraid of doubt. You understand that they're just part of the process. They are not signs that you should stop. They're signs that you are about to grow, to become something more. Fear and doubt are inevitable, but they don't define you. Your fire defines you. Your passion, your resilience, your strength. These are the things that will carry you forward. These are the things that will allow you to rise above the challenges, to face every fear and every doubt with unshakable confidence. And every time you push through, every time you act in spite of fear, every time you challenge the doubts, you come out stronger. You come out more determined, and you come out closer to your goals than you were before. Your fire is the most powerful thing inside you. When you feed it, when you nurture it, when you allow it to burn brightly, it will drive you through every obstacle, every setback, every challenge. Fear and doubt are just temporary visitors. Your fire is permanent. As long as you keep stoking it, nothing can stand in your way. Taking action now also means letting go of the need to have everything figured out. So many people hesitate because they feel like they need to have all the answers before they move. But here's the secret. No one has all the answers. The most successful people are the ones who make decisions, move forward, and figure things out along the way. They're not waiting for certainty, they're creating it. And the best way to create certainty is to take action, even when you're not sure where it will lead. The more you take action, the more clarity you gain. Every action you take gives you new information, new insight, and a new understanding of what works and what doesn't. And with each new piece of information, your path becomes clearer. You are capable of far more than you realize. And you have the potential to accomplish anything you set your mind to. It's easy to underestimate yourself. It's easy to look at others who seem more successful, more talented, or more fortunate and think that they have something that you don't, that they were born with an advantage, or that they possess some secret skill you can't replicate. But that's a lie. The truth is, you have everything you need inside of you right now. The key is unlocking that potential, believing in yourself, and understanding that the limits you perceive are often just the result of the boundaries you've placed on yourself. You are capable of achieving more than you think because your potential is not determined by the circumstances you were born into, the challenges you face, or the obstacles that have been placed in your way. Your potential is unlimited. It's not about the environment you come from or the things you don't have. It's about the drive you have within you, the belief you have in your own abilities, and the actions you take to build the life you want. No matter where you are right now, no matter what you've gone through or what you don't have, you are capable of extraordinary things. The only thing that can stop you is you. You might have a story you tell yourself, one that says you're not capable, that you don't have the right skills, or that your dreams are too big for someone like you. But let me tell you something, those are just stories. They are not the truth. The truth is that you can develop the skills you need. The truth is that you can acquire the knowledge, the experience, and the wisdom necessary to achieve your goal. The truth is that your past does not define your future. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is your belief in yourself and your willingness to take the necessary steps toward making those dreams a reality. The path to unlocking your true potential requires a step outside of your comfort zone. Too many people live their lives in a space of safety and familiarity, believing that their current situation is all they're capable of. They tell themselves that they've reached their limits, that they've done the best they can, and that anything beyond what they've already achieved is out of reach. But the truth is, you are never done growing. There is always more to learn, always more to discover, and always more potential to unlock within yourself. The moment you stop pushing, the moment you stop challenging yourself, is the moment you stop growing. The potential you have is not limited to what you've already achieved. It's far bigger than that. The key is to stop accepting the idea that you've reached your limit and start realizing that there is always more in you waiting to be tapped into. It's easy to stay where you are, to stay in a place where things feel comfortable, where you know what to expect. But true growth, true success lies in moving beyond that space. It lies in challenging yourself, in doing things that scare you, in stepping into the unknown. Every time you take that step, you are expanding your capacity. Every time you take on a new challenge, you are stretching yourself beyond your previous limits. You will never know what you're truly capable of until you push yourself further than you think is possible. You are not limited by the circumstances you find yourself in. You are limited only by the boundaries you set for yourself. And here's the most important part. Growth isn't always going to be comfortable. You're going to fail. You're going to make mistakes. There will be times when things don't go the way you planned. But that's not a sign that you can't do it. It's a sign that you're learning, that you're growing, and that you're building resilience. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail and keep going. They'll get back up and keep pushing forward. Failure is not the end of the road. It's a necessary part of the journey. Each failure is an opportunity to learn, to get better, and to refine your approach. Your failures don't define you. What defines you is your ability to keep going, to stay committed to your vision, and to use each setback as a stepping stone to your ultimate success. What's also critical in unlocking your potential is understanding that you are your own biggest asset. Too many people rely on external factors, people, circumstances, luck to determine their success. But the truth is, your success comes from within. The skills you develop, the mindset you cultivate, and the way you approach challenges is what will ultimately determine how far you go. You have everything you need inside of you. And that's the power of realizing that you are capable. You can learn, you can adapt, and you can achieve. It's not about waiting for the right opportunity or the right moment. It's about taking action now, using the resources you have, and developing what you need along the way. Believing in your potential is crucial. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. If you don't think you're capable, it will be hard to take the necessary action to make your dreams a reality. Self-belief isn't something you're born with. It's something you develop. It's built through experience, through overcoming obstacles, through taking risks, and through overcoming obstacles, through taking risks, and through proving to yourself that you are capable. You have to constantly remind yourself of your worth, of what you can do, and of the strength inside of you. When you believe in yourself, you can achieve things you never thought possible. The world is full of people who doubted themselves, who didn't believe they could accomplish their dreams, but they did anyway. They kept moving forward even when it seemed impossible, and you can do the same. Unlocking your potential also means letting go of fear. Fear is one of the most powerful forces that holds people back from reaching their true potential. It convinces you that you're not good enough, that you're not ready, that you'll fail. But fear is not an enemy, it's a signal. It's a sign that you are about to do something important, something that will stretch you and help you grow. Fear only has power over you when you let it. You can choose to face fear head on, to acknowledge it, and to push through it. Every time you step into the unknown, every time you take action despite fear, you build confidence in your ability to succeed. Fear doesn't go away, it simply becomes smaller the more you move forward. Your potential is like a seed that when nurtured grows into something extraordinary. But you can't unlock that potential if you don't take action, if you don't believe in yourself, and if you don't challenge the limitations you placed on yourself. There's a world of possibility within you, waiting to be realized. All you have to do is take that first step, trust in yourself, and keep moving forward. The more you push through the fear, the doubt, and the challenges, the more you will see how truly capable you are. Your potential is limitless. Now it's time for you to realize that and go after it.